I decided to do a couple of shorter videos. It's like a series, really. I mean, I'm getting to the point, I think, 3 videos where I'm like ready to do a series. I'm sure most of you would agree. Anyway, I'm thinking of doing a series of Disney favorites, and these would just be like my personal Disney favorites, not based on popularity or anything like that. So I think many of them probably would be for other people as well. So there are going to be a couple of shorter videos. So this first one that I'm going to do is favorite Disney rides for the rides themselves. And if I'm looking down, it's because I have my computer in front of me, just so I don't miss anything that I want to talk about. So favorite Disney rides for the rides themselves. Of course, you always have to start with the Magic Kingdom because it's the original quintessential Disney park. So Magic Kingdom. I was really torn on this one between Splash Mountain and Haunted Mansion. I decided to go with Haunted Mansion because the line is always shorter than Splash Mountain, always. And it has a new interactive queue, and if you're not familiar with queue, I think it's an English term, line, basically. It's where you're waiting in line. So it has a new interactive queue, which is pretty cool. And there's a lot of old nostalgia with it that has just been around forever when you're going through the dining room scene where you see all the ghosts dancing and you see the table set for dinner and everything like that. In a little tip, there's a hidden Mickey in the plates. There's a dinner plate, and then there's 2 like dessert plates that make a Mickey head, so that's kind of cool. So that's kind of the old part of it, and then there's a lot of new technology where you're going through the graveyard scene and you see all of the busts, like statues. The heads are singing, and at the very end, you have a ghost that, well, I won't tell you, but when the ghost follows you home, that part that has been around forever, now that part has been updated as well. So that has a lot of new technology. Epcot, I will come right out and say, I think I'm probably alone in this. My favorite ride in Epcot is the Land. Most people would say either Soarin' or Test Track. However, for me, the Land is a classic ride. It has been around for a really, really long time, and it's super impressive. They have a lot of really cool gardening techniques. They'll have like a pumpkin growing that is in the shape of a Mickey head, and just some really, really cool things where you go through the like gardens and greenhouses and things like that. And there is never a line, so that's pretty cool as well. Hollywood Studios, for the ride, now this is for the ride themselves. I said Rock and Roller Coaster. It's a pretty short ride, but it is absolutely amazing. The start is like 0 to 60 in like no time at all. I mean, the start is super fast. It's an Aerosmith ride. If you're not familiar, you have the scene is you're like in a really long stretch limo. So it's a typical roller coaster car, but in the back of each seat in the headrest, you have speakers blaring Aerosmith music. You're going through downtown LA. So you're going through, I think it's like the O and the Hollywood sign and stuff to get to this Aerosmith concert. Super, super cool. Awesome ride. And actually, it's an indoor roller coaster, so it's dark the whole time. Very awesome. And then for Animal Kingdom, I said Expedition Everest. And I think many, if not most people, would probably agree with me on this one. It's actually a pretty long ride, I have to say. It is a thrill ride. It's a roller coaster. There's a lot of scenery to it. There's a really big story. It's not just go on a roller coaster and go fast. It's very, very cool. And you get to see, when you're at the top of the mountain, you get to see like all of Disney World around you if you are not too terribly afraid of heights and take the time to look around. So I hope you enjoyed this. This is just my first video in my little series here of my favorite Disney rides for the actual ride themselves. So stay tuned for the next one. And then the next one, I will be talking about favorite Disney lines or queues, meaning the line that you wait in to get onto the ride. Bye.